Hello, my Gen Z students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing great. So in today's video, we are going to solve frequently asked MCQ questions of the chapter trigonometry. So let us begin. Now the first question, sec theta minus tan theta is half. Find sec theta plus tan theta. Now whenever this type of question is asked, so just observe this carefully. Sec theta, tan theta, sec theta, tan theta. The only difference is in the sign. Minus is given to you, plus is asked, or plus will be given to you, minus will be asked. So in that case, a short trick is just write down the reciprocal of the value that is given to you. That is, if the value given to you is half, the reciprocal of half is 2. So your answer will be 2. Now, how is this possible? Like, how do you, if you want to know how do you get it as 2? So for that, listen to this explanation. So you know that sec square theta minus tan square theta is equal to 1, right? You have already learned this identity. So can I write down this as sec theta plus tan theta into sec theta minus tan theta is equal to 1. Now they have already given you the value of minus as half. So I will write down sec theta plus tan theta into half is equal to 1. So when this 2 will go on the other side, your answer will be sec theta plus tan theta is equal to 2. And that is how you get the answer 2. So in your exam, you don't need to solve this and waste your time. Directly, you can write down the reciprocal of the value given to you. Say for example, if this value given to you is 5, then the answer will be 1 by 5. Okay, let me tell you one more thing. This same thing will be applicable if your question is, say, if the question that is given to you, say, if it is cosec theta plus cot theta, if the value is given to you as 3, and they are asking you to calculate cosec theta minus cot theta is equal to how much? So as I taught you, the value of this will be nothing but the reciprocal of the other value that is given to you. Okay, I hope this sum is clear. So let us move on to the next sum. Now the second question, 2 tan A is equal to 3. Can I write down tan A is equal to this 3, taking this 2 in the denominator, so that is 3 by 2. Now this sum can be solved by two methods. The first method is the normal routine method, that is by drawing a triangle. So you will be writing down the value of tan A, that is opposite upon adjacent, right? Then getting the hypotenuse by Pythagoras, finding out sin A, then cos A, substituting it, and then getting the final value. But instead of using this time-consuming process, you can do it directly by a shortcut method. Now, say this is an MCQ question, so don't waste too much of time on it. So how you can solve this? Can I write down tan A as sin A upon cos A, right? Okay, so now can you just cross multiply this? What do you get? 2 sin A is equal to 3 cos A. Now, if you observe your question, you can see that this is 3 cos A. 3 cos A. So instead of this 3 cos A, can I write down 2 sin A? Yes. So I'll just write down 4 sin A plus 2 sin A. Instead of 3 cos A, I can write down 2 sin A. Similarly, in the denominator also, 4 sin A minus 2 sin A. So this gives you 6 sin A and this gives you 2 sin A. So this and this will get cut and you will be left with 2 1s and 2 3s. Okay, so your final answer will be 3. So this is your correct answer. So use shortcut methods whenever possible, especially for your MCQ questions. That will help you to save a lot of time. Now we'll move on to the next question. Question number 3. If cos theta minus sin theta is 1, find sine theta into cos theta. So many times what happens, your question itself will give you a hint as how are you supposed to start with. Cos minus sine is equal to 1. You have to find out this. So if I just observe this, if I just square this particular given data on both the sides, what will I get? Cos square theta minus 2 into cos theta into sine theta plus sine square theta is equal to 1. Now you have already studied an identity. Cos square theta plus sine square theta is nothing but 1. So I'll write down here 1 minus 2 into cos theta into sine theta is equal to 1. 1 and 1 will get cancelled. So you are left with 0 is equal to 2 into cos theta into sine theta. And when this 2 will go in the denominator, 0 upon anything will give you 0. So the correct answer is 0. We'll move on to the next question. Now, if sine A is equal to 1 by root 2, cot B is root 3, find the value of cosec A and cosec B. Now, you already know the relationship between sine and cosec. They are inverse of each other. So now, cosec A, can I take the reciprocal of this? Since the given value is of sine A, can I take cosec A as root 2? Yes. Now, cosec B. For cosec B, I cannot take the reciprocal of this root 3. Why? Because this is cot B. If it would have been sine B, I would have taken this as 1 upon root 3. That is reciprocal of root 3. But since this is not sine B, this is cot B. So you need to calculate, you need to find out what is the value of angle B. So how will you calculate? Say cot of B is equal to root 3. Now cot of which angle is equal to root 3? Cot of 30 is root 3. So therefore your angle B is how much? 30 degree. So now cosec of B will be cosec of 30. And what is the value of cosec of 30? It is 2. So the total value, that is cosec A plus cosec B, is root 2 plus 2. So you have to be careful. You are not supposed to take the reciprocal of this. Why? Because it is cot B. Now in this sum, you are supposed to just substitute the values of each trigonometric ratio, that is cot square 45. So cot of 45 is 1. So you'll write on your 1. Sec of 60 is 2. So 2 square. Sine 60 is root 3 upon 2. The whole square plus P is equal to 3 by 4. So this becomes 4. 2 square is again 4 plus this is 3. The denominator also, the square of denominator is again 4 plus P is equal to 3 by 4. So this 4 and 4 will get cancelled. This root 3 by 4 and root 3 by 4 on the other sides will get cancelled. So therefore your value of P is equal to 0. Now question number 6. Find the value of sine theta upon 1 plus cos and 1 plus cos upon sine. Now what you can do, you can just cross multiply. What will you get? Sine square theta plus this entire binomial will also get squared. So 1 plus cos theta the whole square. Denominator can be written as sine theta into the bracket 1 plus cos theta. Is this clear? Now sine square theta plus, now here you are going to use the identity A plus B the whole square. And what is that identity? It is A square, that is 1 square, plus 2 into 1 into cos theta plus B square, that is your cos square theta, the whole upon your denominator as it is 1 plus cos theta. Now here observe sine square theta and cos square theta. This sine square theta and this cos square theta, can I write down? That is the sum of the two is nothing but 1, right? So this plus this is 1 plus this 1 as it is plus 2 cos theta, the whole upon the denominator will be written as it is. This becomes 2 plus 2 cos theta, the whole upon sin theta into 1 plus cos theta. Now can you take 2 common, right? So when you take 2 common, what do you get? 2 into the bracket 1 plus cos theta upon sin theta into 1 plus cos theta. Now don't you think that these two brackets are the same? So I'll cancel the entire bracket with this. So finally what you are getting, 2 upon sin theta. Now if you see in your option, you don't have this option as 2 upon sin, but you know that is 2 upon sin is nothing but 2 into 1 upon sin, and 1 upon sin is nothing but cosec theta, right? So this is your answer. Question number 7. Now this is a very important question. It has been asked many times. It may be there in your pre-board exams or in your school exams also. So pay attention. Cos A plus cos square A is equal to 1. This is the given data. So I'll write down as cos A plus cos square A is equal to 1. And you're supposed to find out what is the value of sin square A plus sin raised to 4A. So what I will do, I will move this cos square A on the other side. Cos A is equal to 1 minus cos square A. You have already studied the identity, that is sin square A plus cos square A is equal to 1, right? So if I take cos square on the other side, what do you get? You get 1 minus cos square A. So 1 minus cos square A is nothing but sin square A. So can I write down here, instead of 1 minus cos square A, can I write down this as sin square A? Yes. So we will just keep this aside. Observe the question. Sin square A plus sin raised to 4A. Sin square A plus sin raised to 4A. Now what I will do, can I split this sin raised to 4A into 2 times, that is, this will remain as it is, that is sin square A plus, can I write down this as sin square A into sin square A? That is, this 4 has been split, sin square A into sin square A. Now, instead of writing this sin square A, can I write down cos A? This will remain as it is, that is sin square A plus, I will write down here as cos A, and again here I will write it cos A. Now when you combine these two, what you get? You get sin square A plus cos square A. So the identity, that is 1. So your final answer is 1. So this is a very important question. You will get stuck at this particular step. So please mark it as important. Find the value of sec A plus tan A and 1 minus sin A. Now, very simple. Whenever you don't understand, what are you supposed to do? Simply convert your tan, your sec into sin and cos, right? So what I will do here, sec A, can I write it as 1 by cos A? Tan A, can I write down as sin A upon cos A, right? And this bracket, for now, I'll keep it as it is. Okay, you can see the denominators are the same. So what I'll do, I'll take the LCM, that is cos A. So obviously you can combine the numerators. And this 1 minus sin A as it is. Now you can see, these two brackets, that is A plus B, A minus B. So it is, what is the formula? A square minus B square. So I can write down it as 1 minus sin square A upon cos A. Now when I observe the options, you see that you don't have any option as 1 minus sin square upon cos A. So your options itself will give you a hint, that is, we don't want this particular numerator. So can I substitute, that is 1 minus sin square is nothing but cos square A, as per which identity? That is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So 1 minus sin square will give you what? Cos square. So cos square A upon cos A So your 1 cos A will get cancelled and your final answer is cos A. I hope the sum is clear. Question number 9. The question number 9 itself looks a bit scary, but it is the easiest sum of all. Now let us solve it. X is equal to 2 sine square, y is equal to this. Find the value of x and y. कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है? How to solve it? Simply x plus y is given to you. Write down whatever is x, write down whatever is y, and then just simply add it. So what I will do, x plus y is nothing but 2 sine square theta plus what is my y? 2 cos square theta plus 1. Now here, can I take 2 common? 2 sine square theta plus cos square theta. Don't forget this one. So it is plus 1. Now this is nothing but your identity. So I'll write down this is 2. This is your identity, that is 1 plus 1, and that gives you 3. So yes, it is the easiest one. It was the easiest one. Now here, just by observing this x, y and all, you may get a bit nervous, but always remember one thing, never ever leave any question blank. At least attempt it. So slowly, and especially trigonometry sums are really very easy to solve in case if you are able to understand what is the question, what they are asking you, and you get hint. You should be able to understand the hint given by the question also. Okay, now let us move on to the next question, the last one. Again, another sum, that is k plus 1 is x square into 1 plus sine, 1 minus sine, find the value of k. So now, how are you going to solve it? So I'll write down this k plus 1 is equal to sec square theta. Now see, observe this, 1 plus sine, 1 minus sine. What is that? It is 1 minus sine square theta. Now 1 minus sine square theta is, what is the identity? As per the identity, what do you get? It is nothing but cos square theta. Sec square theta into cos square theta is how much? It is 1. Now how did you get it 1? It is sec square theta. Can I write down this as 1 upon cos square theta? Yes. This is again cos square theta. So this and this will get cancelled. Don't write it as 0. You will be writing it as 1. So this is 1. So this 1 will go on the other side and your final answer will be 0. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed today's lecture, and in case if you're having any doubt, do write me in the comment section. Now very soon I'll be coming with another video wherein we'll be discussing how to solve the proof that sums of this chapter easily. So stay tuned, so keep smiling and keep growing. Thank you for watching the video.